Hey everyone, Vertin here, and welcome back to Reverse 1999 for part 2 of the Paradise Regained. Now, there's a lot of things going on. That the new version, or at least a new upgrade date, just came up as well. As we already seen when the alarm sounds, that's just another thing to get more rewards. Then there's a moment on the white expanse, and that is because Moldir is now out already, and I wasn't sure if I want to go for Moldir or to keep going for Nautica. And they are pretty... I don't know if I wanted to do Nautica or Moldir. But either way...
Ah, you've made it in. Actually, the lock opens to any code, but the ticking timer on it, that's what gets people scratching their heads.
Alright, so like I mentioned before, it's just like, I don't know if I should pull for one and all, because they both have the same timeline, and I did pull for Naga for a few times, and if she's not out, then I'll go for the other one then. But I don't know. So, I believe it's time for me to try to get Ulrich upgraded to Insight 2 or 3, not sure, but we'll upgrade it.
Ferrofluid, a substance that's fluid in form and constant in its magnetic nature. As you can see, no matter how I shift and change, I never lose the essence of who I am.
Okay, so he is fully maxed to Insight level 3, but he isn't maxed all the way, and I plan on using him. And before I move on to the story here, I went ahead and bought the costume. And it is apparently themed for the Zodiacs, or even the tarot cards. For his costume's name is the World. Because look at him, he's the globe. Like, really. Look at him. Look how awesome he freaking looks in this costume. Yeah. Alright, so let us go ahead and move on. Because apparently there's also his Sayub somewhere in events that I forgot where it was though. Maybe it's in the pre-storm protocol, I believe, because it is here apparently. And I don't think I can show you guys this yet because it is like, I've already done a simulation of this thing, and it looks pretty unique. So I might just do a few of this thing in the next video, but I'm going to continue on with the story. And on to the next chapter, we are going for just another Laplace experiment. And yes, Ulrich has been captured by Moldir, and Moldir is giving him some sort of choice or chance. And I hear my Discord ringing out because I haven't touched it for a while. So, alright. Let us go ahead. And she always has this doubt. As soon as she steps foot into Antarctica, she is already losing her soldiers because of Admiral Igor's choice to serve the Manus. Alright, let us start. Part 2. Part 12. Or, yeah. There was a savior, rarer than radium, commoner than water, crueler than truth, children kept from the sun, assembled at his tongue, to hear the golden note turn in a grove, prisoners of wishes locked in their eyes, in the jails and studies of his keyless smiles. By Dylan Thomas. That's an actual saying. And a war is going on. The edge of the world resists change in its own way. Frozen soil, stagnant time, and roaring winds. Yet the battleship's armored prow surges forward, blast waves shattering every obstacle. Magnus's scream sinks beneath the sea, staining the thick ice crimson.
Raiders out. No solar contact. Targets eliminated. We got them.
Good work, everyone. But let's not start celebrating yet. The ice is getting thicker. We are entering an ice zone. Notify all bridge personnel to reduce speed. Engineer, what's the damage report?
The Magnus hit our portside propeller. We're down to about 20% thrust on the steering, sir.
The sentry bursts through the door.
Visual on an iceberg at 12 o'clock! It's closing in fast!
The captain leans in the high-powered telescope.
Speeding iceberg? Really? What did I tell you about staring at the snow too long? It messes with your vision.
The first mate takes the telescope next.
Shit! That's no iceberg! It's a fin! A massive one! Something's under the water!
As a megalodon, as a shark.
A Leviathan!
A shiver runs down the captain's spine.
Triglav, all systems engage.
Weapon targeting systems were alive, but the bottom of this battleship takes the first brutal hit.
All units, report your status.
Water in main battery magazine! All watertight compartments are under pressure! Captain, we're going down!
Understood.
Flames erupt across the nearby sea as the frigate's fuel tanks ignite in the blast.
For all these years, we have fought side by side with Triglav and the three frigates. Not once have these old girls let us down.
The Menace must be desperate to stop our landing. Sending a Leviathan after us of all things.
The captain stares out at the colossal creature as it looms closer and closer. Its piercing shriek tears through the air and is a prelude to another charge.
Let them try. The Foundation will not be stopped at the Ross Sea.
The captain presses the communicator on his chest.
Triglav to operations. Initiating detonation of the onboard array.
We take it with us. Admiral Somner. Static hisses briefly before the signal dies over in Antarctica. I am so tired, I messed up my speech. Yet within moments, precise and clear orders are reissued.
Operations to Dida. Steer clear of the ice zone. Fall back to defense line A2.
A makeshift clinic and the squad outpost. Ow.
You made your way here, through the Ross Sea. The front lines must have given you a grim taste of the war. The Manus won't let the Foundation set foot on Antarctica, not without the fight. The ritual is too important. They will stop at nothing to see it happen.
Again, what is the ritual?
So here's my offer. Reciprocity. As a gesture of good faith, allow me to share some intel on their movements with you first. There's a ruin of an ancient city deep in the heart of Antarctica. That is where the ritual will be held.
A ruin? Here?
Against that mountain, yes. But it isn't just any ruin. It's Manus Vindicte's stronghold. Rituals, preparations, high-level meetings. That is where they all happen. In order to secure the continent, they have fortified the coastlines, covering every possible landing point. The Order of Enlightenment is stationed at King Edward VII Peninsula. The Apostles' Brotherhood controls Mary Birdland. And the former Xeno Sentinel unit has deployed its forces along King George V coast. The terrain is already a natural fortress, but that wasn't enough for them. They have deployed a number of arcane-modified beasts, several Magnus and a Leviathan, if my intel is correct.
Oh, no way! A Leviathan? I heard you could sink Australia with one of those things.
Moldir presses the communicator on her ear as battle reports crackle through.
Not anymore. The Triglav just blew it up and sank with it in the explosion. She was one of the Foundation's best battleships.
Yeah, it's freaking big.
A heavy price to pay to only reach a stalemate. If I were you, I wouldn't count on support from the Foundation forces. They are already spread thin, just holding the front line. You need a plan to complete your mission without their help. And if you are as smart as you hope you are, you will see that this map is your best shot at reaching the city without getting caught in their territory.
It all sounds too convenient, boss. We've got no clue what she's really up to.
Ulrich's head remains bowed. Only the crackle of circuits breaking his silence.
Fair enough. But know that the Admiral has ordered the coastline be sealed. I can't let you pass, at least not without a deal. Whatever your purpose is, you won't make it further without some assistance.
Fine.
Seriously?
He lifts his fishbowl head, the fluid remaining in a steady flow.
I'm meeting with the timekeeper at the site of the ritual.
Brilliant.
Now it's the guard who lowers her head, as if surrendering defeat.
What's the timekeeper doing there?
Ulrich raises his tied hands.
I'm not saying another word until you remove these cuffs.
You think you're in a position to bargain?
Bargain? You were the one suggesting reciprocity. Hardly seems reciprocal to keep us locked up, don't you think?
Let Ulrich cook. The key clicks into the handcuffs lock. The bolt turns, and then the now freed captive flexes his wrists.
We really are here because of a song. The record is the key to everything. In 1995, before the world was afflicted with the storm, this record, along with its arcane record player, was sent into space aboard the Regulus Space Telescope, serving as the power source of the satellite. For 12 years, it took pictures and transmitted them back to Earth. Then, in 2007, the satellite crashed near Aldeburgh, destroying everything but this record in the process.
2007? That would have been 1966, right after the sixth storm.
Precisely. A rock music enthusiast from that era found the record and later brought it to Laplace. She is now a member of the Timekeeper Squad. The last image transmitted from the satellite was time-stamped April 16th, 2007. Even after the storm sent everything back, the satellite's timeline kept moving forward.
Yeah?
Are you saying that the satellite crossed the storm? How?
We believe it's because of this record. It's the only material that has been proven to be immune to the storm.
It's rock and roll. Rock and roll never goes back. Rock and roll always evolves forward.
In our previous experiments, it reduced the severity of the storm syndrome afflicting one of our researchers and slowed its progression on me.
Wait, what?
But those results were from small-scale isolated tests. We've never tried it in a real storm. Since replicas of the record haven't demonstrated the same immunity as the original, we've developed an upgraded amplifier system for it. Now, when played on our upgraded player, this record can create an immunity zone with a 2.5-mile radius.
Damn.
But the immunity isn't permanent. We found that the element Regulus in the record is consumed every minute it plays. At best, we're looking at 12 minutes of protection with this original copy. If Manus Vindictae succeeds in triggering another storm with their ritual, this record may be our last line of defense. That's why I brought it here. And that's why I need to get it to the Timekeeper. Should the worst happen, at least we can minimize the damage, and I'll be able to see how it works during an actual storm. An invaluable boon to our research.
Sounds like Laplace has made remarkable progress since the Equilibrium umbrella. I have to say, I'm impressed.
So, there it is. All my cards on the table. What have you got for us?
The actual location of the ritual is in a sanctuary hidden in the heart of that mountain behind the city ruins.
First a city, now a sanctuary. Boss, she's got to be messing with us.
I'm inclined to believe you.
I am telling the truth. There is a tunnel in the city that leads into the mountain. Only the chosen are allowed through. And you can bet that the tunnel will be heavily guarded.
Moldir turns aside, processing the information absorbed from Ulrich.
2.5 miles of immunity, you said.
That's right. I'll need to know the size of the city and the length of the tunnel to figure out the best placement for the record.
I have an idea. The mountain's interior is hollow. The sanctuary sits right in the heart of it. It used to be an active volcano, but it hasn't erupted for centuries. The elevation of the volcano is 11,616 feet. That's just under 2.2 miles.
Ulrich exchanges a glance with the guard beside him.
Boss, it's not exactly easy to tell what you're thinking, you know. Surely you're not taking her seriously, are you?
Three figures emerge from the abandoned research station, now repurposed as a field hospital. The two freed captives adjust their clothes, ready to depart. Moldir hands the map to the guard. I keep misreading things.
Scaling the mountain isn't going to be easy. I have marked the dangerous areas on this map. Try to avoid them when planning your route.
The guard nods and receives the map.
Before you go, let me make one thing clear. This is just my advice. Whether you take it or not is up to you. If just the two of you go up the mountain, you may keep yourselves out of the enemy's sides, but it will be highly dangerous. There will be no saving you if something goes wrong.
Of course. We'll weigh our options before we make a move.
Good. Keep your head on straight, soldier.
So, just like that, you're letting us walk out of here? With the record and a map? You call it reciprocity. But what's in it for you?
It may have just been the wind or a trick of the eye, but for a moment, Moldir seems to smile.
Arcana's death hasn't weakened Manus Vindictae. In fact, they have kept the Foundation very busy, taking different names and causing chaos around the world. They rallied their followers, journeyed across the globe, and set the stage for their ritual on this barren land. And all right under everybody's noses. They planned every step, but you just barged in here with nothing but a record and an idea. If you were my soldiers, I would have thrown you out of my camp by now. That said,
She returns the record to its rightful owner with a solemn gesture.
I would rather see the storm end than see you fail.
Ulrich accepts the record in turn.
Well then, thank you for your help.
After a final handshake, Ulrich turns toward the snowfield with his guard. A few steps later, he looks back.
Why don't you come with us?
Good question.
Me?
Yeah.
Look, we may be rushing in there like a couple of idiots, but if this works, if it really stops whatever scheme the Manus are brewing, don't you want to see it for yourself?
It doesn't matter what I want. I have orders.
His ferrofluid flickers a few times before he walks into the gathering powder snow without another word. Moldir stamps a salute to Ulrich. That was almost 20 minutes long. Alright. Alright, what's this? For outdoor experiment, we suggest that every researcher continue regular exercise and or else apply for an exoskeleton from their institution. Okay, so this is gonna be a side story then.
Oh, I knew this wouldn't exactly be a Sunday stroll.
The guard pushes another obstructing boulder aside with effort.
But I didn't think we'd literally be carving our own trail through the wilderness. this rate, the world will be an absolute bedlam by the time we reach the top.
Hold on. Let me check the map the lieutenant gave me.
Lieutenant Moldir. As grateful as I am that she set us free, which I absolutely am, I have to say, this isn't exactly the type of freedom I imagined.
There's a rustling sound.
Who's there?
The guard fumbles for her gun, only to smash her elbow against the very boulder she just moved.
Ouch!
Several critter-like creatures burst forth from the snow. Penguins! I have seen the video of, I think, Hell of a Boss. Penguins are mad dangerous. Look at them. Look at their demonic little beady eyes. They're killers. Evil.
Penguins?
Yeah.
Here?
It is the Antarctic. They are here. The penguins charge toward the climbers, their beaks already pecking at their coats.
Hey, give that grenade back!
Oh god. It's gonna...
No interference, right, boss? I mean, you're not going to make me fight a penguin, are you? Look at their little faces.
Yeah, they have the little faces of demons and killers. Hell, they
All
want to...
members of the Sentinel Unit Antarctic Advance Party, attention!
Who the hell is this? I'm sorry, what the hell? The penguins wobble into a perfectly aligned row, like well-trained circus performers, or perhaps even soldiers.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Rookie guard, check. Awakened researcher with a fish tank for a head, check. Mr. Ulrich, allow me to apologize for the shock my jits have given you.
It's Ratatasker. I mean, Buddy Fairchild? It's a squirrel. It's an awakened squirrel. Okay. I think I did saw that character in the trailer. I think. Yeah.
They're jumpier than a spring cricket at the moment. A lot of them just lost some dear friends of theirs after getting back from Florida. Brutal, really.
The little rodent standing before Ulrich snaps off a salute.
Penguins? In Florida?
Yeah.
And a squirrel? In Antarctica?
Yeah. That's not something you see every day.
Not just any squirrel. You're looking at a sergeant, Missy. Sergeant Buddy Fairchild, reporting for duty.
Hell yeah, brother. He'd be great for Helldivers, too. Hell yeah. I want to see him try to be in Helldivers, too. He'd be perfect.
We've been waiting here on account of the lieutenant's order. I've been tasked with being your official Antarctic guide. And it's a good thing, too, because you sure ain't gonna find no one else to guide you around these parts.
The lieutenant? You mean Moldir?
Sure is shooting. Her message came in earlier today. Told me you're fixing to scale that there mountain. Gave me the job of getting you there.
So, what I'm getting at is that she couldn't even go with them because she does have orders. And her men are very disciplined. Every soldier's disciplined, so they'll probably notice what might go on. So she must send in her friend to assist us. Yo, look, this one got a mohawk toe. Dude, he be the muscle, you be the squad brains, and you are just a rookie. I can already tell from the faces. Like, Sarge, what am I here for? Am I doing this right? Am I pointing? Okay. It feels like I'm watching the penguins from freaking Madagascar. Yeah. You're the muscle, you're the brains, and you're the rookie. In unison, the entire penguin squad delivers a textbook Xeno salute.
Moldir, I could kiss you.
I want to see it.
So, Sergeant Fairchild, you and these troops are under Moldir's command.
Ulrich struggles to process the surreal scenario. So am I.
Let's skip the pleasantries, shall we? The lieutenant's orders were as clear as the day is long. If you really want to help your friends and save the world, then we better get your behinds up that mountain quicker than a cat on a hot tin roof and get that record playing. Now let's get moving before the Menace get their ritual going.
Save the world? I had no idea she thought so highly of us.
I think it was the squirrel talking and not her, but yeah. Buddy Fairchild claps his hands behind his back, tapping the ground with his feet.
Now let's see here.
Circling Ulrich with paws still firmly behind his back, Buddy Fairchild sizes him up with the critical eye.
Mountain ain't no Everest, but it sure is a storm in July to be a tough climb for y'all big and tall uns. Well, can't never could. Buckle up, folks. I don't want to see no bodies tumbling down the mountain. You hear?
Yeah, he must be a good, hard-working squirrel. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I could get behind you all day. The path is steep and treacherous, so tread carefully. Geez, not another minigame. Press and hold anywhere on the screen. You're kidding me. Wait. As you hold, a white circle appears and gradually expands. Release when the white circle enters the green zone to jump to the next platform. Okay. That's how it works. Listen up, Tullins. From here on out, you best follow my lead. If y'all fall and crack with that fish below yours, it won't be no laughing matter. I'll have an emergency plan. If things go wrong, we can use my thermos. Solid prep, soldier. Let's just pray we don't need it. Stay sharp, eyes and ears open. You hear? Excellent, now I have 3 penguin guards. I'll be sure to ask their names to include them in the acknowledgement section. Okay. What even is this? Why am I even jumping like Frogger? Calling the timekeeper. This is Ulrich. Damn it, the Foundation's communications are barely getting through. What's up? Lost contact with your pals? Lieutenant Moldir's intel about the ritual is critical. I have to report it to the timekeeper as soon as possible. But the blizzard is too heavy, and the mountain is too tall. We need to find a location suitable for our shortwave radio. No sweat, partner. Just leave it to me. So what kind of spot we looking for? Electromagnetic waves get absorbed and reflected by terrain. Direct waves give off a stronger signals than reflected or diffracted ones. So fewer the obstacles between us and the timekeeper's keen, the more likely we are to make contact. So, of course, the state of the ionosphere still affects a few... Sergeant Fairchild, are you listening? Of course I am. Broad-eyed and bushy-tailed as ever. So you need a clear spot facing the city ruins, right? Then you folks do your thing, and I'll scout on up ahead. Keep your peepers open for my markers. I guess I better keep on going because I have no idea if I'm doing this route or not. This might be the longest section here, but... Ah, I see its trail just ahead. Let's hope the squirrel is reliable. Oh! Okay. I better be careful. Well, your radio working? No response, but there are no issues with the signal. The timekeeper must be busy. Don't you worry, it's all clear ahead. Y'all can holler for your pals anytime you like. I'll admit that you've got a knack for science. If we make it back in our life, I wonder if you would consider joining the Laplace Scientific Computing Center. I'm certain my colleagues would have no issues with accommodating another unusual arcanist. Shucks, I'm flattered. I'd be keen for a visit, but I'm afraid I'm done already sworn my loyalty to Lieutenant Moldir. Gonna scout ahead. Gonna scout on ahead now. Save your lecture for later. Keep moving, and try not to let your brain freeze through. Yeah. Still gotta keep going here. Yeah. He's by far the smartest squirrel I've ever met. I should talk to him about this record later. He may have some unique insight on the matter. I don't know if I should end it here or keep on going. I forgot to tell him that my carrier fluid doesn't freeze below negative 80 Celsius. But considering the potential for metal to turn brittle in the extreme temperatures, I better move fast. Oh, does this mean that the white circle is going to move faster than normal? This spot looks good. We've got a direct line of sight to the city ruins, so the signal should carry. Don't you stop! Don't you stop now! It's dangerous here. You gotta keep moving. Dangerous? We're the only ones here, and the slope is quite gentle. The avalanche risk is less than 0.5%. I need to establish communications. This intel must reach the timekeeper now. Mr. Ulrich, don't you smell it? Air's dusty. Something's lying in wait for us. But the timekeeper's in danger. If we lose this comm window, the next one won't come easily. You two go on without me. The risk is mine to take. Boss, that goes against my orders. Relax, just hand me the thermos. I'll know when to hide. Alright, we still got a lot to go through. Not sure if I should keep going, but I guess I better keep going. I mean, I don't see me stopping. Not sure how long it's gonna be. Starting transmission to the timekeeper. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Flux. I guess this is our goal. Right over yonder. And we're already fighting. Whoa, we get to play him. Hell yeah. Alright.
Where is that budget hog hiding?
Alright, let's see what it's ability.
Time to crack some codes. A perfect solution. Decode complete.
Careful, pal! Oh, come on, pal! Take care, pal!
Yo, he got the buff. Penguin buff.
Hell, it's a great outzone! Careful, pal! Oh, let's come on, pal! Get a taste of this! I salute you!
I'll handle. Alright, time to crack some codes. An adequate sample. An accurate reading.
Damn. Alright, let's see those ultimates.
Perfect algorithm.
One that
enumeration is a last resort. But sometimes it can work a miracle.
Okay, that's it. Alright, that's cool.
Another victory for the Animal Welfare Act. Not one penguin was harmed in the fighting of this battle.
I mean, I haven't seen any penguins being harmed, but you'd be damned. And it's still going. It's still going. I'm not sure how long it's going to be here. I think it's our checkpoint, maybe. Hang on a second. What if I just go back? Does it count as completed or not? Ain't too sure. Look, I get you're worried about your pals, but this fancy radio of yours just ain't worth it. The equipment isn't my concern, see? I have a backup unit. All it takes is a little paperwork at the headquarters. Now, wait just a dang minute. What if you fall off next time? Fine, since y'all got the patience for all of them foundation forms, we'll take it low and slow. Just follow your guide and we'll make it work. But every step we take this way takes us farther from the timekeeper. Compared to Manus Verdicte, we're moving at a snail's pace. Never thought I wished penguins could fly. Funny you mention it. Back in Florida, these fellas did take a couple of flying lessons from a Tripodero. Of course, furthest they ever got was the other side of the creek. Haha. Now go on and tell me some more about those shortwaves and bouncy signals. The guy will find just the vouch for you. Double time now. I don't want to see no more nasty spices. Okay. There's gotta be an end to this. I think there's gotta be an end to this. Maybe. I feel like I should do this. Time to think outside the tank. Maybe I can rig a radio antenna on the kite. forget it. Nothing will work in it. Force 8 Arctic Gale. You're climbing faster than a squirrel on a nutcase. Maybe being tall ain't so bad. Much appreciated. This body has certainly proven well suited to mountain terrain. I'll be sure to add it to my field report. Wouldn't mind getting one of those fancy climbing suits myself. While your boss is fiddling with the equipment, how about you take a little break, huh? I got plenty of frozen fish. Oh, we getting through? Hello, Mr. Ulrich. This is Vertin. Come ahead. Yes, we finally got it! Woo!
A brand new home and a whole new world to discover. And what took the Foundation so dang long to introduce me to you? Don't tell me they really believe that hooey in the papers. What'd it say again? Miami animal jailbreak perpetrated by squirrel?
Yo, we got a new free character! I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I don't know why, but I just like, oh my god, I got a 1, 2, 3, a 5-star character. Wow, a free character with just completing this thing. That's pretty cool. And I think I had to complete that long section just to get to this. Damn. Alright. But it's late for me, and I'll probably take a break for a bit, and I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Okay, so we're in Sunday now, or at least a weekend, maybe. So we not know when this will be. So, the 9-layered city. That's our other one here. So, I guess we got another fight here. But as soon as we get through this story, though.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Ulrich. This is exactly the information we needed. If everything's gone to plan, the Foundation spy should already be in Antarctica, but they haven't made contact with us yet. It seems we won't be getting any more intel on the ritual from them anytime soon. Are you certain? Alright. If you thought it through, I won't stand in your way. Just be careful, Mr. Ulrich. Mr. Ulrich?
Ulrich's voice dissolves into a static noise.
Signal's gone. I can't tell if it's an issue on his end or ours. Still, we got what we needed. The ritual will take place in a sanctuary, hidden in the volcano at the edge of the city ruins.
As one, the group turns toward the towering mountain at the edge of the ruins.
That means we'll need to cross the city to get there. Perhaps it's best to report back to the Foundation and wait for reinforcements before going deeper. I'm afraid comms are down. Could be another trick by Manus Vindicte, like the unnatural day-night cycle here. Timekeeper, maybe we should fall back. Get out of here, fix the communicator, and call for support. That would be the safest choice. But according to Mr. Ulrich, the Foundation is tied up on the front lines. I doubt they'd be able to come to our aid in time. Besides, with every passing minute, we fall that much further behind Dr. Doris. I suggest we stay here and search the area. Perhaps we'll find something to point us in the right direction.
So Neno scans the surroundings.
Well, there are no immediate signs of danger. It should be safe to look around.
So Neno's wondering gaze finally settles on their human explorer.
But before we proceed, should we escort Miss Amundsen back to the research station? There's a high probability that we'll come into conflict with the Manus now that we're so close. She'd be safer there.
Go back? After all this?
Crouched on the ground sketching, Nanaka's head jerks up.
These ruins, they're the only thing that has kept me going.
Her fingers tighten around the map as a whispered protest slips out. filled with both hope and defiance.
No. I can't turn back now. I can't. It's okay, Sonetto. Nautica can come with me. We'll just look around the city's perimeter. You have my word. All right. Please be careful.
She nods and strides forward. The snow, compacted by wind and time into a thick blanket, forms a welcoming path underfoot. Nautica takes a breath, then leaps as gingerly as a hare. The white ground of the ruins seems to radiate from her impact.
Then I can take some samples, right? Maybe even dig a little?
A determined gleam flickers in Nautica's eyes.
Yes, but please keep an eye out for anything suspicious while you work. The manas might be closer than we think. Oh, and before you go, let me enhance the warming incantation on you.
Sonetto steps lightly onto the snow and somehow causes a cave-in. Yeah, a cave-in. Well, pleasant to bad.
Did we fall into a trap? Is everyone all right?
My arm. Timekeeper, are you injured? I'm fine. Don't worry. The ground was probably already caved in. We must have stepped on the thin layer of ice left behind. This happened back home once.
The group crashes through the snow trap, landing on some soft, semi-fluid surface. Semi-fluid? Where's that at?
Looks like we've fallen into some underground part of the city ruins. No signal here either. We need to get back to the surface and contact the Foundation as soon as possible.
What you see? She tries to stand up but slips, barely keeping her face from slamming into the ice.
This is... black algae.
Black algae?
Careful. It's slippery, remember? You need to walk around it.
And yet we saw you eat it.
I've been meaning to ask. What is black algae exactly? Say, my team's arcanobiologist was the first to notice it. It looks like algae, but it's actually a hybrid of an ancient fungus, and I think some kind of fibrous plant. Luckily for me, she found that they were edible. This is what I ate after I ran out of food at the station.
Nautica climbs a few steps and peers deeper into the ruins.
But there's so much of it here. Look at the pattern. It looks like they've grown all the way from the foot of the volcano.
She dusts off her hands and hops down from the steps. I can barely see it.
This algae grows very fast and very violently. I saw one grow by a few dozen meters overnight. It's no wonder they can crack open ice and make those earthquakes happen. Perhaps it's a new type of arcane material. I imagine there'd be quite a debate over its classification. Alright. Let's just watch where we step. Nautica, do you have any idea where we are?
Nautica produces a familiar crumbled sheet of waterproof synthetic paper from her pocket.
Oh, I think I do. I listened in on your conversation over the comm and filled in a few gaps on my map based on what your colleague said. Let's see. The ritual sanctuary is here, at the far end of the city, inside the dormant volcano. Manus Vindicte will surely have that area heavily guarded. And outside the sanctuary entrance, there's this. A kind of circular clearing. Probably one of their daily ritual sites. And this is where we are, at the outskirts of the ruins. Just look at it. This ancient city. From here, all the way up to the foot of the volcano. It's incredible. Just imagine all the secrets and answers hidden away within these walls. If we're going to find out anything about Manus Vindicte's ritual, the answers will be in this city. Stay close, everyone.
Let's head back to the exit of the labyrinth first.
Before the words are even spoken, Nautica has already begun to bound forward.
Vertin! Vertin! Come look at this!
The lab. Heading to the call, the other two file into the nearest room. Nautica is the first to reach out and touch what might be called a furniture.
A peridotite stone bed, a nice stone table and chairs. Someone used to live here. It's so stark, even for life in Antarctica. Do you think this is where those masked snow monsters live?
I can't say for sure, but the owner wasn't exactly subtle about their interests.
On the small altar sit retorts, water baths, and test tubes filled with red and green potions, while dark metallic powders are scattered across the surface.
This is an alchemist's chamber.
After careful examination, Sentinel delicately extracts a manuscript from beneath the alchemical material.
This manuscript was written by the great Paracelsus, whose river of verses quenches our thirst for an endless life, and whispers the secret of the fountain of youth. Transcribed by... Cavendish. I can only make out the surname.
The Fountain of Youth. What else does it say?
There are just a few verses and illustrations.
Paracelsus. Why does that name ring a bell?
6th grade, 2nd semester, History of Alchemy, Week 1. The Life of Paracelsus.
I am baffled that you still remember that.
He was a pioneer in ancient alchemy and medicine. Legend has it that he invented a potion that could revive the dead.
Revive the dead. Keywords. A warning alarm sounds deep in her mind.
Revive the dead. There was an array in Tuesday's motel, which the Foundation confirmed to be part of a resurrection ritual. And here in Manus Vindicte City, there's a manuscript about a revival potion. Perhaps this is what their ritual is for. To bring back the dead, and the only person they'd go to such lengths to bring back is...
Arcana. The answer is clear.
Arcana.
Yep. The Queen herself.
But what's Dr. Doris's part in all this?
That's still unclear. But if Manus Vindicte needs her to complete their ritual, we're on borrowed time. I'm afraid waiting for reinforcements is no longer an option. We have to go through the city. Now, Sonetto.
Agreed. The situation may be more urgent than we thought. We can't afford to linger any longer.
Sonetto sighs and turns toward Nautica, who's busy grappling with the building's exterior.
Miss Amundsen, there's been a change of plan. We're entering the city. We'll do everything we can to keep you safe, but there's no guarantee we'll... Miss Amundsen?
Nautica had kept quiet during their discussions and continues to run her hand along the weathered stone walls without reply.
You were right, Fride. The tales are true. The Mother Spirit is here, at the southernmost edge of the world. This is her resting place.
She presses her face against the stone, body warmth melting the thin snowdrift clinging to it.
The first age ends. The tolling bells are rung. Before the last, a mournful dirge is sung. Alas, where will our bones be laid to rest? O Mother, let us lie upon your breast.
The sound causes her ears to spring up and her head follows shortly after.
Vertin, here, this place. Oh, this is the place I've been searching for.
Huh?
Look, here, beneath the surface of this rock.
She taps the wall with her ice axe, causing pale fragments to flake off and reveal a translucent, milky crystal beneath.
Feel it. It looks like chalcedony, right? But it's much heavier. This rock is totally unique to Antarctica. It's never been seen anywhere else. We call it
Rock of the Blank Era. This is the exact same rock Frile and I studied 3 years ago. We ran a carbon dating test on the rock samples my grandfather brought back from Antarctica. When we ran the test on this rock, we found something strange. It was pointing to an era that didn't exist in any geological record. None of the other samples matched that strange era. We looked for other evidence, but we found nothing. No fossils, no minerals, no records. But then, when we couldn't think any longer, our folktales suddenly came to mind, and it all started to make sense. Our book, Tales of the Mother Spirit, led me here, to the end of the earth. It guided me to these ruins, to this very rock.
I see what you're saying, and I'm sure there's more to discover through this rock. But isn't it a little too soon to link it to your tale?
I'm sure of it. This is the place. It's just like Matu said. This is where the Mother Spirit rests. There is no doubt. If I can bring more samples back to the lab, we might be able to figure out the connection between the Mother Spirit and the Blank Era. We can finally find out what it was like.
Lost in thought, Nautica continues to trace out the wall of the room, searching for its weakest point to extract the intact crystal.
Sorry to interrupt, but may I point something out?
Aw.
It's getting very cold in here.
How?
I can feel my resistance starting to drop.
Vertin!
A soft exclamation from Nautica draws the others out.
Monster!
A pallid, grotesque figure stands before Nautica. Its face is blank, its skin appearing to have been peeled and reattached inside out. It twitches as if watching the intruders from the non-existent eyes. All servant? That's a name?
Don't provoke it. There's a chance it might just leave us be.
Distant, playful barks echo back through the walls, drawing a stark contrast to the scene. With a whimper, the humanoid creatures lurch forward toward the group. Ugh. I guess we're about to fight. Again. Now, I did say I was gonna fight here and there. So I might switch my healer to someone else. I don't know who, but I don't know who yet. So I'm gonna train in you with Cassandra.
I am ready.
Might as well, right?
Feast your eyes on the chivalric
What the hell is that?
of this renegade knight.
Whoa, okay. Alright, let me scan the area here. What is this? A zealous servant. That's a mask. That is most definitely a mask. Alright.
I'll show you. For victory!
Keep up the pace. Do I have to do this?
I never miss.
Worry not, hero.
Frost, stand firm.
I found my target.
Dual lunacy. With a dream in your henceforth, virtue alone
There comes
shall be
what I
my
thought.
guide.
A wine-colored buck.
I wish I could have skipped that, but I'll always choose his ultimates. I might have switched characters.
The hunt begins.
Yeah, I might have to. It wars.
The ground. It's opening up.
Watch your step.
Zero.
I bring you victory, as promised.
Second stage? Maybe not. The enemy's strike shatters the weathered ground, sending them scrambling up from the rubble below.
Timekeeper, are you alright?
Alive and well. And you? Where's Nautica?
They call out her name, but it goes unanswered.
She didn't fall through with us. She's still up there, alone.
I don't hear any movement above us. Perhaps she's found a place to hide. Miss Radio, could you get her on the comm?
I'm trying.
A delicate moth brushes past her ear.
Is that girl with you?
Huh?
Who is this? Countless pale and weightless moths stream forward from a fixed direction, reflecting in the bright polar light.
You're a tricky one to track, Timekeeper.
Is that Miss Grace?
I'm ever so glad you've made it this far into the continent. I'll admit, I'd be more than happy to welcome anyone from the Foundation here.
She approaches, her steps betraying a faint unsteadiness.
But, oh, what a pleasure it is that you, of all people, would be the one to show up.
I guess right with that. I hate to say sultry voice, but that's how exactly it sounds to me, sultry.
Grace? Is that you?
Her old friend seems to be recovering her breath from some kind of exertion.
No. Who are you really? Kayla from the ranch?
Mm-hmm.
Captain Grace of the Free Breeze?
Yeah. Are those two aliases then?
Or just a familiar stranger. Who would ask a common moth its name? Who would even notice if it weren't drawn to the flames?
So many lives have been lived through me.
What the?
So many names taken.
That's a great voice change. I'm going to assume that either you might be the spy in the Manus. I don't know.
Cecily, Kayla, Grace. I've been them all. Yet never quite been any of them.
So which one are you now? What's your goal here?
Sonetta already has her glass feather raised, ready to fly into attack or defense as needed.
No need to get worked up.
Now she's just called Miss Stranger. Okay. Miss Stranger reaches out a hand.
About Dr. Doris, or rather, Miss Erd. I have the final piece of the puzzle that will lead you to her.
Okay. So, my dear siblings. Alright, I tried using my pulls for trying to get Nautica, but unfortunately she was still elusive. So, we're gonna continue on with my dear siblings. Alright. Moldir taps a code into the communicator before putting it back in her pocket.
Lieutenant?
Against the howling wind, Moldir tucks her curls behind her ears and turns toward the voice.
What is it, Sergeant?
With all due respect, what are we doing here?
That's a very good question. Her subordinate poses a simple but tough question. Her troops are relaxed, warming themselves around their fires, yet each one would be ready the moment she gives the word.
We're on standby.
It's a question Moldir can't even answer, so she turns away. She'll have to feign determination for now.
Standby for what?
To capture any Foundation soldiers that make it to the shore.
Then what about the ones we already captured? Why are we only holding the run-of-the-mill seamen? The other two could have been useful, but we just...
The sergeant stops, his eyes flickering toward the clinic, where Ulrich and his guard just departed.
Those two? Hardly. What can an awakened researcher and a rookie guard do in Antarctica? Holding them would be a waste of resources.
She directs her stare out into the wide distance.
Where is Danilov? Tell him to meet me at the helicopter.
The order comes quick, as do her steps out and away. Captain Danilov takes a long and deep sip of stew, letting the warmth linger on his tongue, making it all the worse when he is suddenly tapped on the shoulder.
Stop sneaking up on me like that.
Gotcha. Some things never change, huh? Still as jumpy as you were when you were a kid.
Come on, cut it out. I'm a captain now, you know? Not some kid.
He sets down the can reluctantly and rises to his feet.
What do you want? Did the lieutenant send you?
Yep. She wants you over at Canis Minor.
As they pass each other, Captain Danilov catches a muttered complaint.
Lucky you. Getting to stretch your legs while the rest of us have to sit here, idling away the hours.
Guess that's how it is these days. Everything still seems foggy.
He takes 2 steps outward, and the sergeant marches him stride for stride.
Tell me about it. I thought Brazil was tough, but this feels worse. Sometimes it takes more courage to stick to a choice than to make one. I think someone might be struggling with that.
You should know better than to doubt our leadership, White Gloves.
The sergeant stops.
Sure, but what if they start doubting each other? What if the Admiral's steering us one way and the Lieutenant another? You saw how the Lieutenant let that Foundation researcher go. Didn't that bother you?
Silence lingers as the captain finds himself watching snowflakes settle on his boots. At last, he forces himself forward.
I trust them both, no matter what.
The captain closes his maintenance manual, finding himself in search of the least technical way to explain the helicopter's malfunction.
Your rate issue might just be a pedal problem, you see. In this case, either the rudder pedal has loosened, which is affecting the responsiveness of the tail rotor, or the tail blades were damaged by the impact.
I see. Let me take a look.
She nods and climbs into the cockpit. From her tool set, she draws out a small arcane item.
Что было, то и будет.
A stream of glimmering powder flows from her tweezers and into the detached knob. Beads of sweat form and then evaporate into the cold air.
This is more complicated than I thought.
As the arcane skill fails to activate, she shakes her head and puts away the tool.
I would be surprised if you managed to fix it in one go. Aircraft can be tricky. Took me 2 full years back at the academy to pass theories of flight mechanics, and even longer to really get the hang of it.
She studies Captain Danilov for a moment before offering a rare smile.
I remember. Your teacher called me in 3 times because of the extreme frustration and concern about your grades.
I'm just glad they didn't call father. That would have been the end of me. You know, I don't see you using your arcane skill much these days.
Well, there is not much use for it, really. Bullets and medicine are 1,000 times more useful on the battlefield.
Detecting the rare and likely unintentional emotion in her tone, the captain hesitates.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. Do you want some space?
No, it's fine. You're fine. We just need to get this helicopter fixed as soon as possible. Can you run another check? There was a blockage in the system that stopped my arcane energy from flowing through. Maybe the issue isn't as simple as just the pedal or blade.
Got it. I'll take another look.
The lieutenant exhales softly.
That blockage. I just couldn't push past it. Did I follow the wrong circuit? Or did I just do the whole thing wrong?
A silence lingers after her words, forcing the captain to shift position.
I wouldn't overthink it if I were you. And stop underestimating your arcane skill. It saved us more times than I can count. Frozen prosthetics, broken casts, ripped dents. Hell, you've been fixing our guns since we were kids. There's nothing wrong with your power. We all appreciate it a lot more than you think.
He wedges his bulk beneath the cramped seat, flashlight in hand, inspecting each wire and following it with his fingers.
Did you get the adoption form when you were little too, Lieutenant?
You mean the...
Yeah. Mine came after my parents died in 1999. Even now, I still don't know what happened that day.
His tone turns light, as if he's telling a joke.
When they brought me the death notice, they handed me an adoption form along with it. It was from Admiral Igor. At first I hated the idea. I didn't want anyone to take my father's place.
But you signed it. Otherwise you wouldn't be here.
I did. Because I needed to know what my parents gave their lives for. And the man they fought beside.
We are alike. Moldir keeps that thought unspoken, turning her eyes down to her repair tools.
I've never regretted it. I'm proud of where I am, proud of everyone in this army. Not because we're the best soldiers Xenos ever had. I mean, I'm sure they definitely don't think that now, no. I'm proud because we're more than just an army.
The captain's head disappears entirely beneath the seat, his voice coming through muffled and distant.
We're family. We Storm Orphans grew up together, trained together, fought side by side. We trust each other like we trust ourselves. Hell, maybe even more so.
He extracts himself from the cockpit, grease smeared across his face. Under her flickering gaze, Danilov drops his voice.
I know Father hasn't told us everything, but maybe that's for the best. The less everyone knows about his plan, the better. But no matter what, I will follow you and the Admiral to the very end. Whether it's flying a fighter into the Foundation headquarters or waiting here until the spring. I believe in him. I believe that he can take us home. And I believe in you, sister.
He salutes solemnly, proudly, but the smears of engine oil on his nose take all the seriousness from the moment. A long, unfamiliar tightness rises in Moldir's throat.
Thank you, Captain Danilov. Our current mission is to wait here.
She blinks, breathes deep, and then exhales a misty stream into the air.
Those are our orders. Let's be sure we see them through.
I feel so frustrated, but I don't know why the screen's doing that. This is a new laptop, and it just shows that little glitchy thing in the background. Not sure what the hell's going on here. In the Mouth of Madness. Does anyone remember the movie In the Mouth of Madness? Yeah. I haven't seen it. I've only seen tidbits of it, but I haven't seen the whole lot of it. I think I've seen The Yellow Brick Road, if you know that one. The horror version of the movie. Where I guess a bunch of people were trying to follow this local legend, trying to find the Yellow Brick Road in a forest, but ends up being trapped in the forest until one survived while the rest gone mad. I think that's what the context was. There it goes again. I'm going to fix that. Maybe it's a connection issue. Maybe it's the game. I'm going to reset it. Who knows, right? Sonetto steps forward, her glass fetter aimed squarely at the Manus Apostle's chest.
Miss Grace, you're a Manus Apostle. Don't think we've forgotten what you did aboard the Free Breeze. What exactly are you scheming now?
Miss Stranger tilts her head, sensing the arcane energy gathering at the glass fetter's tip out of the corner of her eye. A cough escapes her and quickly suppressed, her whole body twitching to contain it.
Ah, the Free Breeze. My lovely little cruise ship. Like you, I often find myself missing those serene days on the water. But it seems a few unpleasant memories and misinterpreted actions have deeply wounded your trust in me.
She leans closer until the glass fetter point presses against her skin. The timekeeper steps forward and stands beside Sonetto, allowing her to lower her shaking outstretched hand.
Timekeeper?
It's fine, Sonetto. I have a few questions I'd like to ask.
Wind lifts the ribbon around the stranger's neck as glistening powder dissolves into the snow.
On our way here, we discovered a couple of items that I believe belonged to Dr. Doris. A stethoscope and a typewriter. It seems they were intentionally left behind, like a series of signposts pointing us here. You wouldn't happen to know anything about these items, would you? How about the powder we found on the typewriter? It's finer than snow and reflects the sunlight differently. It sticks to the skin and is bitter on the tongue. Any idea how it got there? And how the typewriter ended up lying in the snowfields? Did you leave it there? Were you giving directions to the Foundation's investigators?
Come to think of it, that powder looked like the scales from a Lepidoptera wing. A butterfly. Or a moth. Moth! It's you, isn't it? You're the Foundation spy.
A moth alights on Miss Stranger's fingertip, then flutters off with a barely perceptible twitch on her finger.
I could provide you with a detailed account of the Foundation's phototaxis experiments if you need further proof of my identity, but we're running out of time.
Their astonished stares hold on Miss Stranger's as she turns her face toward the ruins beyond.
I'll lead you to the sanctuary. Dr. Doris, Miss It's already inside. Oh, and my moths have just brought some new information. Your human friend has also gone in that direction.
With that, she turns her back to them and advances without fear. The weary yet relieved sigh sinks into the snow.
The gate to the sanctuary won't stay open forever, Timekeeper. Shall we?
No. No. This can't be real. This is how it ends, isn't it? Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this alone. Vertin, Sonetto, Miss Radio.
Trudging alone through a perilous labyrinth had never been Nanaka's idea of an ideal scientific expedition.
Possible cause of death 1. Freezing. Frozen solid with a bunch of unstudied samples clutched in my hands. Possible cause of death 2. Getting torn apart. Cold, sticky monster fingers sinking into my skin and ripping me to pieces.
Already planning your death, huh? Especially in detail. Very detailed. Very detailed. Oh.
Possible cause of death 3. Killing myself before 1 or 2 can happen to me.
I think her mind's gonna break. I didn't even look at. Okay, contemplation. Please no. I tried pulling for you. Give here to Lulu. Sorry, an empty room. Another empty room. Like a wandering penguin moves from nest to nest, Nanaka swivels her head around in constant search for her lost companions. A break in her rhythm finally comes. This room holds life, yet the occupant possesses neither brilliant copper hair nor an arcane suitcase. She drops into a crouch, tucking her legs in close to her chest, turning instantaneously from penguin to armadillo in appearance. Anyways.
Who was that?
She summons every ounce of courage in her, forcing her head to envision up to the figure. That's not real. That cannot be real. The once bright parka in her memory has faded with the wind. Its dull hue mirrors the owner's new ashen demeanor. Nanaka uncurls, half stumbling as she rises to her feet.
Oh, I thought you were gone.
Tears burst forward as Nanaka clutches her friend's gaunt arms. The survivor's glazed eyes roll into focus. 2 labored breaths escape, each exhaling without drawing anything back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mother Spirit. Thank you for keeping us both in one piece. We'll find a way out of here. We'll look after each other. Oh, goodness, Frile, you're a sack of bones.
Maybe because she is bones.
I met 2 arcanists. They'll help us. I would have never even gotten here if it weren't for them. You should have seen how they chased off those snow monsters. You can trust them. Come, Frile. We have to find them. They'll protect us. They'll get us home.
Yeah, you're not gonna say anything because you're dead. I think she found her body.
Really? Why aren't you saying anything?
Because she's dead. She's not alive. I'm almost afraid that Freely holds her gaze on Nautica, letting out another ragged breath as she points to her own mouth. Ooh. I think I know what happened. Did she just... She bit her own tongue off.
Can't you speak? It must be the cold.
No.
Yes,
No.
once we get back, you'll feel better. I
I don't
promise.
think that's it. Nautica strains to pull her up from the stone bed, but it feels as if she is rooted to it. Panting and spent of her strength, she releases and spies the motion of her friend's foot as it cuts words into the snow. No. Can't.
No? Why? Freely, listen, I found it. The resting place of the Mother Spirit and the Rock of the Blank Era. Remember? I found lots of it. I found everything we came for.
Freely holds her eyes onto her once cherished friend, shifting into a devout smile. She wipes away the words, writing something new.
Mother Spirit?
Nautica gasps. Mother Spirit will see me
Will see me soon.
Freely nods with a smile, fingers clenched on the pendant around her neck.
I don't understand. You're going to meet the Mother Spirit?
She is dying. She nods. Her conviction seems absolute.
But...
Cold sweat runs down her spine.
You mean she has a mortal form? She's a living creature, like us?
No.
And she's here,
No.
in this ruin?
No, I don't know. Freely not... Okay, so how? How do you figure that?
But how?
Don't tell me she was converted from the Manus. Nautica's blood surges into her limbs with sudden intensity. Freely tries to object but only produces wheezing breaths. With visible frustration, she smooths a fresh patch of snow. Homage. Approach. A great gift.
Is this what the ninth story in the Tales of the Mother Spirit is about? Mother and child. Their heartbeats both align in joyful union through the womb of time.
She nods, her relief obvious through gesture alone.
No, it can't be. The tales say that the Mother Spirit should be asleep. She shouldn't wake up until after the Arctic polar day.
Nautica grips her head tightly as if preventing it from flying off.
So if she's asleep, then who are you going to see? Freely, I really don't understand.
Freely merely smiles. Hypoxia sets in, whether from this information overload or the bleak coldness, and Nautica crumples once again.
You really won't come back with me? But if you come with me now, we'll be home soon. I drew a map, like you always did. There's food cached in the depots on the way. I even managed to train new sled dogs and...
Freely slaps a hand over her mouth. With a swift kick, Freely sends a wave of snow bursting forward, then shoves Nautica flat against the ground. Nautica presses down deeper as the snow blankets her. Footsteps crunch closer, deliberate, unwavering, methodical. They halt at the room's entrance.
The ritual is ready. They are waiting.
Nautica hears Freely get up and walk away. Oh no. Freely just joined the Manus, didn't she? The sounds pause for a moment.
Time to go.
The footsteps resume without hesitation, fading until silence reclaims the room. Nautica emerges from the snowdrift. On tiptoes, she darts to the doorway, desperate to catch a glimpse of her friend. but beyond the door, there is only one spot of color, a pendant line in the snow. Shaking off snowflakes still clutching at her nose, she stares at the engraving.
Onward, child. Follow the word of mouth. To the earth's edge, the land farthest south. The Mother Spirit's light, with ancient glow, guides us to the great current, nature's flow.
Sweat drips down her temples as she swallows hard.
Wait for me, Frida.
She lifts her foot, placing it preciously over the footsteps in the snow. I think Freely might be a sacrifice. A willing one. I'm not sure if she's a willing sacrifice or just a sacrifice. Oh yeah, this is most definitely a ritual site. The Broken Land of Bliss. Alright, let's continue on.
Miss Stranger, where are we now? Miss Amundsen is a human. If she's been caught by Manus Vindictae...
Keep it down. We're in the tunnel to the sanctuary. It's the easiest path to follow, but also the most dangerous.
Is that a lake?
Lots of people there. A prolonged silence hangs over after the question. The answer is obvious, yet the words petrify on their tongues.
No. That isn't water.
The wind tugs at black hemp cloaks, but the hoods remain unnervingly still.
It's the believers.
The circular plaza is flooded with believers, the lake rippling with their kneeling forms.
Their eyes see not one light of bright star.
Down they fell in martyrdom, but from death's murky waters they rise once more.
Alright, there's Granny. An older woman stands atop of the ringed ruins, delivering fiery words upon the frozen earth. Yep.
Children of the resurrected mother, lowly bearers of their mantle, let your bodies and souls be the means of their return. It is through their eyes alone that we may see the truth of this world, for there is no inculcator but them.
Black-clad believers chant hymns that undulate with each wave of rhythmic bows.
Call their name, beseech their light. With the Mother's will manifested, the gate of ascension will swing open. Oh, what glory! Oh, what exaltation!
Yeah. A fervent voice erupts from the center.
The gate to the sanctuary is at the far end of Plaza.
Her fan points across the lake.
But how do we get past all these Manus followers?
If you look closely, Miss Annetta, you'll see what they've become.
The believers kneel and prostrate, every head held low, their recitation seemingly more and more mechanical.
Strange. It's almost like they're in a state of unconsciousness.
It's the easiest path to follow, but also the most dangerous. Whenever a sacrificial ceremony is held in the plaza, Animus has all the believers put on masks to ensure she has full control over them. Right now, there is only one thing on their minds: the ceremony. If we're careful and choose our route wisely, we can slip by them unnoticed. No one will see us except for Animus.
What's the purpose of this sacrifice?
To open the gate.
They're taking a life just to open a gate?
Miss Stranger keeps her focus locked on the elder conducting the ritual.
We must take this opportunity to slip through to the sanctuary.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Another rising wave from the distant voice muffles their whispered discussions.
Great revealer of Arcanum, we humbly present this offering.
As the elder's voice fades, the offering steps onto the plaza. It's Freeling. No. It's Freely. Though well worn, her attire betrays her former status.
The offering is human?
No. Not just any human. That's one of Nautica's expedition team members.
Timekeeper, look over there. It's Miss Amundsen.
The believers fill the plaza in concentric rings, while across the gates Nautica stands motionless. She is transfixed on the offering with unblinking eyes.
What's she doing there? Something about her doesn't look right.
She's too close to Animus. At that distance, the arcane skill controlling the believers could affect her too.
We need to get her out of there.
Stay down. Not yet. Animus could spot us at any moment. The ceremony is about to begin.
Ho ho ho.
Praise them. Worship them. Children of flesh, bear witness, for we shall bask in their radiant blessing. An offering taken, a gate opened. Through bone and blood let the gate fling open, and the path to ancient glory be revealed. Be thankful, you unenlightened little beasts, that the Mother is willing to take your pitiful life as their gift. What great mercy they show.
The horrific vision in Animus's words is laid bare, yet Freely maintains her eerie smile. She walks toward the gate, nodding respectfully to the kneeling believers along the way. Then she halts just before the entrance, her lips mouth inaudible words.
Through the giant mother's bones a path is laid. In bloody pain, eternal life is made. It's just like in tales of the mother's spirit.
Freely drifts her eyes rolling over the scene until they seize on the sight of her former companion. I don't like this. Their eyes lock. Cracked lips part, soundlessly forming words. Homage. Approach. A great gift.
You really are going to see her. The mother's spirit's light, with ancient glow, guides us to the great current, nature's flow. The 9th story in Tales of the Mother Spirit. It happened in that season on that day. The children found their mother at the gate with offerings, the finest of their art. They paid her homage with a faithful heart, and in return, their reverence repaid. By her great gift, her children were remade. By her great gift, her children were remade.
Countless hands reach from inside the gate, swarming over Freely in waves. They coil around her like vines and gnarling roots, reality fracturing across her body inch by inch.
Right. That's right. This is the climax of the story. When the children come close to the Mother Spirit, share her pain and her sorrow, and become one with her.
Her breath hitches. A scream claws up her throat, blood boiling in her veins.
The Mother Spirit will come. She'll come to guide us. She'll come to guide you, Freely.
We may have lost her. Suddenly, a deafening wail explodes from within. Freely crosses the threshold, and a shriek tears out from her searing chest. The scream echoes across the expanse, its force so profound even the lava seems to halt mid-flow. Nautica latches her hands onto a prostrate worshipper, gasping out questions.
What's happening to her? Have you been through there? Why is she screaming?
Her questions are met with a devotional void. 1 minute, 2. The crowd does not speak, does not murmur. Silence rules.
Mother. Spirit.
That shriek still rings in her ears, muffling all sound as if it were vacuum sealed. The believers are unresponsive, unspeaking, unbreathing. The shriek fades into a dull tinnitus. Animus taps her longbow on the ground, shattering the silence.
You humans should be grateful, flawed and pathetic as you are, yet nonetheless granted access to the gate at the mere cost of your tongues. Deeper is her sin than our cleansing could purge, greater her crimes than our judgment could meet. Yet in their boundless benevolence, the great Mother of Resurrection has seen fit to accept her. May the Guiding One return to us and restore this world to the ancient order.
May the Guiding One return to us and restore this world to the ancient order.
Animus shakes her bell, and at the cue, the entire congregation erupts in synchronized cries, heads bowed.
Cleansing. Judgment? What are they talking about?
Animus sways with her bell, the spectacle becoming a wild dance, and the chant resumes.
Their eyes see not one light of bright star. Men's past ways are shaded by their shame.
Barefoot, Animus circles the center, fully lost in her movements.
Is that it? Is that the whole ritual?
She darts her eyes around, searching for some purchase in her whispered questions.
Where's Frile? What's behind the gates? And those hands? What were they? Is she really with the Mother Spirit now?
But their hollowed eyes only stare ahead.
Hands are but aberrations in mirror how.
What just happened?
A dissonant note cuts through the chant. A small voice reverberates between earth and sky, the sound almost pitiful against the enormous volume of the sea. Yet Animus pauses her dance. Atop the raised center, she spies down at Nautica from the corner of her eye.
Ah, a conniving little rat dares to taint the purity of our sacred land with her profane, filthy paws.
Nautica draws a shuddering breath, the crisp air shivering her inside out.
My friend, Frile, where is she? Why hasn't she come back through the gate?
Why, it seems the lowly little beast has a friend to share in her misery.
Disgust and impatience twist her lips.
She has been taken by the Mother of Resurrection. Not that there was much flesh and wit to take.
Flesh and wit?
A blinding light hits Nautica's face, and her eyes narrow by instinct. The gate cracks open. They watch as the crack widens into a gap, then a doorway, and finally the gate swings open.
Praise them. Worship them, children of flesh. The sanctuary gate has opened. The Mother is pleased with our offering, and we have been welcomed into their hall to bear witness to the final ritual. Yes, bear witness to all their infinite kindness, their unmatched benevolence. They have taken so little, yet they grant us so great an honor. Great Mother of Resurrection. Oh, Guiding One. We fall to our knees before your boundless love.
As if Nautica's presence had become intolerable, Animus waves her hand with the kind of lazy energy usually reserved for swatted flies.
How much longer do you intend to allow this human to sully their holy land? Feed her to the gate. She must be removed.
Without another glance, she surges toward the gate. Behind her, two silent disciples seize Nautica.
No! Let me go! They're taking her.
Don't. Now is not the time to act. If Animus spots us, she might lift her control over the believers. Then we'll find ourselves in some serious danger.
Nautica is lifted up like a fledgling bird, then slammed onto the ground. Still halfway in the daze, she looks up towards the gate.
All this? It was all just to open the gate? But this feels wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Is it, Matu? But Frida did say that she was going to see the Mother Spirit. So she must be with her now, right? And the Mother Spirit must be there. Well, she must be behind that gate.
Animus stops, turns back with an inscrutable smile.
Mother Spirit. What nonsense are you sputtering?
Naga staggers to her feet.
She is the tides, the flowing light. She is the rocks and the soaring partridges and the swooping peregrines. She is the energy behind all things. She will give her children a great gift. A gift that will change their lives forever. I have traveled all the way from the northernmost edge of the world to this place, following her guidance. And I have found proof. Proof that the legends were true. Proof that she is here.
Ah, I see.
Animus strides toward her, longbow tapping once again over the ground.
Mother Spirit. That's how you imagine the supreme being of this world, is it? A deity no greater than a charlatan shaman? And what flattery to claim yourself personally guided by a goddess. Yet, still, I cannot help but feel a twang of pity. What hope can there be for a kind born with minds too narrow to comprehend true greatness?
Playful malice kindles in her eyes.
An inescapable predicament indeed. Before you are thrown to the gate, allow me to share with you a fragment of truth, so you may die knowing what you've served.
Arms spread wide, Animus shuts her eyes with a sick devotion.
There is no Mother Spirit. The great Mother of Resurrection has cast her eye upon the earth from time immemorial, and Artica has ever been the sanctuary of Manus Vindicte. Here we serve Arcana, the only and eternal Mother of Arcanum.
Her lids slip open once again, and a flood of venomous glee surges out.
You are fortunate enough to learn this truth. What was that pitiful thing's name again? Really? Oh, no matter. Your little friend came to me boldly claiming to share our noble faith, and pleaded to be thrown to the gate so that she may meet her goddess. And so I was inclined to turn down such a blindly foolish request. I agreed. She must have been ever so disappointed when the flesh dissolved from her bones and her body melted into naught but a lump of flesh behind the gate. Oh, that screaming and crying. Oh, humans. So full of your precious reason and logic, yet turned at even the most basic arcane trick. How foolishly simple you are.
What a old hat. I don't want to say the word, but yeah. I don't like her. I honestly can't believe that Freely was tricked. Maybe tricked, but I guess shows that some legend or some religion, faith or something can be easily manipulated. I don't know how it went. I mean, she was willing to have her tongue cut out for this? That's part one of the most insane thing you could have done in a ritual. Animus laughs. The shock and agony on Nautica's face is expected, anticipated.
Yes, that's the look. Confusion, disbelief. It suits your kind perfectly. What a miserable blind existence. Scurrying about in the dark, unseeing, unperceiving. Your limited, darkened minds blind to the spark of enlightenment. A
creation forsaken from its inception. You could never wield true knowledge, yet still, you have brazenly infested every corner of this earth, claiming that you would uncover all its mysteries. Such ignorance, such arrogance.
Rage and revulsion accumulate too much and too long, like a fast bank of snow waiting to fall into an avalanche.
How could you possibly grasp its secrets? How could you catch so much as a glimpse of the greater existence in the barren tenebrosity of your minds?
The enormous twisted gate pulses as if to match their statement, a movement somewhere between convulsing and retching. Gulp. Glug. Something is being digested. From beneath the gate, strands of crimson slime creep out toward her.
Is that red algae?
The algae surges below and beyond her, bleeding over the white rock. With every inch it advances, its color decays. Scarlet, maroon, brown, black. It just clicked. The black algae that she had been eating? She might have been eating what remains of a sacrifice. Oh no. Red and black algae sprawl across the ruins in tangled knots, the tendrils creeping toward the glacier beyond. Blackened arteries pumping and pulsing over the land.
There's black algae here too.
Yeah, and she's gonna realize that she had been eating human remains. Not really even considering human remains, but they got turned into algae. Oh dear Lord.
I ate them. I was eating. No.
Her murmured mantras fail her. Kneeling and she clutches her stomach as if her throat convulses and a stream of vomit pours out.
Are you satisfied? Has this great gift satiated your curiosity?
Animus steps onto the soft viscous algae. That familiar chewing sound grates against Nautica's mind.
Has realization finally dawned in your darkened mind? Your friend is gone. She will never return from the gate.
What the hell? What the hell? Well, I'm gonna take a break a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, just got back from a break and got myself something to drink, and that's good enough for me because I do need this for the next one. So, the Owl of Minerva, and I think this might be probably a fight, maybe. And I really wanted to try to get Nautica in here, maybe. Maybe she'll probably be in the assistant, maybe. I'll have to check, but who knows, right?
Your friend is gone. She will never return from the gate.
Her eyes crinkle with pleasure, drinking deep from tears of running over Nautica's face. Still held under the arcane skill, the believers remain frozen in place.
Timekeeper, now!
3 figures burst in from the edge of the plaza.
Fleshtree Jupandavala.
Miss Stranger's charges through the believers. Her fan spell dazing the gate guarding apostle just long enough to reach back for the other 2.
Go! Through the gate, Timekeeper.
We can't just leave Nautica here. Sinetto! Ede subito sera!
An incantation is cast from Sinetto's glass fetter, and Nautica's bonds begin to unwind. She lifts her head, but her glazed eyes don't fix on her rescuers.
The gate only stays open for a brief time after an offering. You have to pass through it before it closes again.
The menace arcane skill falters too soon as Animus shakes off its effects in a blink.
Come, Nautica.
Half-conscious Nautica is tugged toward the sacred gate, her wavering vision briefly pausing over a blue neck ribbon as it flutters in the distance.
Why am I not surprised?
She sneers.
Sie musste mich leben lernen oder sterben lernen.
The still disciples flanking the door snap into motion, their massive hammers barring the threshold.
How hopelessly naive. How delusionally optimistic.
There, Reese rescue teeters on the brink. Animus approaches slowly, wiping her longbow.
Has the thought not crossed your ignorant little minds for even a moment? Would I, under the supreme guidance of the Mother of Resurrection, simply allow you poisonous little pests to scurry about these sacred grounds right beneath my nose? Since the moment you step foot on this holy land, every one of you has been under my watch. Nothing escapes my gaze. Not here.
With a raised arm, she raises more believers up from their strict trance. They swarm in to encircle the group, some seizing the intruder's wrists at her signal. From behind the dark wall of believers, Animus holds a hard stare on the face of the stranger.
And you, Miss Grace, indulge my curiosity.
Animus closes in, halting just before the intruder, letting her longbow's tip rest by Miss Stranger's feet.
That noose about your neck, is it simply a choice of fashion or a reminder of the precariousness of your situation? Life must be ever so suffocating, knowing that the smallest breeze could tighten its grip at any moment. You must be longing to loosen it.
You're making sport of me again.
She tucks her hair behind her ear, a moth slipping out from her collar as it twirls toward the light. Animus snaps it from the air, crushing it into glimmering dust between the two fingers.
Moths. Creatures easily overlooked when eyes are turned to matters of greater import. Tell me, how long have you been with us? What made you worthy to ascend so quickly to the glorious heights of Apostle?
A throbbing drum beat provides cover as she circles Miss Stranger with measured steps.
We have painstakingly cleared the path to their final ritual. Yet ever since you reared your head, greater and greater complications have continued to arise. Do not take me for a fool, girl. I know treachery when I see it. You were lucky, taking Mr. Forget-Me-Not's place after his expulsion over his alchemical failure. But fortune can be fickle, don't you think? You need no reminder that the trial of the Guiding One is not to be tampered with. Those who sow discord will be silenced forever. You've fallen. Your ladylike visage cracked. I can only imagine how strenuous the fight against their will must be in the face of your waning willpower.
Miss Stranger runs a hand through her hair, releasing a shower of scale powders.
You are courageous, I suppose. Ambitious, even. But my, do you lack wit, for you have found yourself in service to the wrong master. The Foundation is already crumbling at our feet. The information you risked your life to provide has been of little import. At this very moment, the Foundation's fleet is stranded off the Antarctic coast, and the only reinforcements you've received are some arcanist children and a human.
Again, this might be a good thumbnail, but oh well. As Animus paces away, the two intruders from the Foundation exchanges nervous glances. Both pairs of eyes settle on Miss Stranger, who lowers her eyes to the crowd.
As I said, you must be jesting, Lady Apostle. I fell ill at sea while serving the Guiding One aboard the Free Breeze. The Timekeeper isn't an enemy to be taken lightly, as I'm sure you're aware. Huh? She took the ship we left in Ushuaia and followed the trail I carefully placed for her. All the way here, I have brought her to you. She is my tribute to you and the Guiding One. A toll I pay for the path I've chosen.
She pats the believer before her on the arm. The weapon-bearing arms lower. She steps forward, pausing beside Animus. Then she kneels, pressing lips to Animus's withered hand.
What would you have me do with them?
You've been lying to us this entire time?
You sure?
Huh.
I guess that being a spy, she has to make decisions to fool her enemies, I guess. Animus lingers on Miss Stranger's youthful face, weighing the truth of her allegiance.
What did I say about airs and graces? It'll take more than a kiss on the hand and a few hostages to prove your loyalty, girl.
She offers up her longbow, guiding Miss Stranger's hand to the string.
Go on, end them. The Great Mother will be quite pleased to see their enemies dealt with.
Now they face the intruders together.
Perhaps you'd like to start by piercing their eyes. I personally find it particularly potent in sowing fear.
Miss Stranger raises the arrow's tip, holding it level at a pair of clouded gray eyes.
Timekeeper!
Sonetto struggles against the disciple's control. Her hand, still grasping her glass fetter, is nearly bent backward. Though now unrestrained, Naga mutters vacantly, lost in delirium. Pale, slender fingers draw the bowstring taut. Gray eyes face down the arrow's gleam.
Follow the wind, Timekeeper.
A forceful burst of snow erupts as a squall that covers the plaza, its dazzling whiteness blinding every open eye.
Don't let them get away!
A swirling tide of moths comes next, thick enough to blot out the sun, wings settling over every mask. Very gorgeous, and this may be the last time we see of Grace or Miss Stranger. Miss Stranger turns to her Foundation colleagues, her lips curling into a faint, relieved smile.
Now is the time to act.
Sonetto, now!
Sonetto pulls herself free, then casts an incantation from her glass fetter, repelling the enemies surrounding her companions.
Stop them, you fools!
Animus's cries are suffocating in the moth-filled air. Countless wings beating in an inaudible flutter, reflecting the hinterland's eternal sunlight, washing the world in blinding white. The plaza becomes drowned in a cacophony of screams.
How could you pull such a thing from that feeble body of yours? Just how far are you willing to go in service of the Foundation?
Miss Stranger doesn't respond. She collapses slowly onto the ground. Moths descend one by one upon her motionless body, encasing her piece by piece in an immobile cocoon. Out of the corner of the furious elder's eye, she sees three figures flash toward her. The girls stand hand in hand under the glaring light, already leaping toward the dark gate.
On the count of 3. 3, 2.
You cannot pass! I will not allow it!
A lead arrow pierces into Nautica's flesh.
Nautica!
Blood soaks through the leg of her trousers as Nautica falls before the gate. The Menace Apostle incantation strikes down whole sheets of moths as more and more believers swarm forward.
I need only the timekeeper. Dispose of the rest.
Yeah. Alright, looks like we're fighting again. And I'm not sure if I can have her here. Maybe. I don't know.
The clock is set.
Actually, you know what? Probably need you.
It seems you can use a hand.
I'm gonna need...
Especially one with your leg.
Shine. I guess you. Maybe? I don't think we need healing as of right now, so we'll go with this.
The race and we unite as one.
Oh, there's... Okay, we got the granite fight.
This arcane fluctuation. Is it moths?
I think Miss Stranger's real name is Moth.
Miss Stranger.
Let my scale powder settle on you. At least it can still help.
Wait when you're into the darkness.
Right.
It will be over before you feel it.
Cersei taught me this one.
Alright, I want to analyze Animus, I think, before I move on. Oh! Before Ezio decides to kill her.
This spring as a gift.
Yeah, well...
The gate has opened. The sanctuary awaits their children. Apostle Animus. The time for the ritual is near.
As you say, preacher.
Oh, it's Sophia.
Ah, what a victory! And what a metaphor!
I can't believe that Ezio...
Sickening little pests. Blasphemous filth.
Okay, I keep getting interrupted. It seems like Ezio decides to end her before I can analyze her. I wanted to see what she has, but oh well. I made him too powerful.
And that ever self-important preacher.
Animus narrows her eyes at their stubborn resistance, then flashes a smirk.
Come, children of flesh. We need not entertain these fools any longer. The mother awaits.
Her longbow taps the ground as arcane light floods the plaza in eerie blue. At her command, the Menace believers advance like a long-awaited avalanche, layer upon layer closing in, yet none spare a glance for the intruders. The crowd presses forward around Animus, who stares back at the intruders with undisguised contempt. Then she sets a foot into the sanctuary gate.
Let this meeting be our last, heathens.
The blinding light fades and the plaza is empty. The rushing tide of black is gone, and each and every believer has followed the apostle through the gate.
The gate. It's closed.
And they lost their chance. Miss Stranger exhales a long breath.
We missed the window.
All eyes turn toward the deserted plaza, now strewn with a chilling aftermath.
And it'll only open again
if a sacrifice is offered.
When we make another offering.
It is an unfortunate choice. And there's only one human with them. Those are some petty thoughts. Right. To a Skype. Like if someone's knocking on my door. Shirt.
Matu, are you there?
I'm not even clicking anything. Damn mouse.
Huh? What are you suggesting, Timekeeper?
She's right. It's the only way to open the gate.
Matu? What are they talking about?
We have no choice. Listen, you have to offer me to the gate.
What? I figured it's the last time we'll see you.
What? No, Miss Stranger.
You have to get through. You have to find Miss Bird and stop the ritual. My mission is to get you into the sanctuary. By any means necessary.
No, I won't allow it. No more sacrifices.
Have you heard of the lungfish?
What?
It's an amphibious fish found in Africa. Its gills are so shrunken that it developed a second respiratory system. Lungs. It's an obligate air breather. Despite being a fish, it's not a land-dwelling creature. But if it's kept from the air for too long, it'll drown in its own watery habitat.
A creature that doesn't belong to land or water.
Exactly. Foundation is no home to me. And I just used the last of my moths to create that storm. I'm useless to them. If I go back there, I'd drown. Just like the lungfish. Let me open the gate. Spare me from drowning like the lungfish. Let me fulfill my role.
It's a big world, Miss Stranger. There will always be a place for you. We'll find another way to enter the sanctuary. Miss Radio, could you get Mr. Ulrich on the line? Perhaps he has another lead.
Matu, do you hear them? What are they planning? What should we do? Should we join them? Matu? I don't... What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Sing to me. Speak to me like you used to. Hum another verse of the Mother Spirit for me. Why don't you guide me? It's because you were never there for me in the first place. Were you?
Huh? Miss Amundsen? How are you feeling? Are you able to get up? Here, take these narwhal ivory candies. They might help calm your nerves. Miss Amundsen? Where are you going? Nautica?
Matu, do you know where Frile went? Oh, she's gone to see the Mother Spirit, hasn't she?
She's delirious.
But that woman, she said that there's no Mother Spirit. And where is Frile now? You forgot your pendant, Frile. How could you leave it behind? It's so important. It's...
It's ambergris, Yanurov.
Be careful, Frile. Gently. Look, there's something trapped inside.
A scalpel slides delicately over the ambergris, revealing a small stone that draws in the faces of an old man and a child. Stop it. Beneath the glow of the work light, and the newly exposed milky pink stone shimmers with liquid radiance.
The reflection, the color. What an interesting structure. This isn't like any rock sample we've studied before. How extraordinary. It's not crystallized magma nor any sediment I'm familiar with. I believe this is a gift from her, Nautica. The great gift of the Mother Spirit.
The girl's fingers close around the pendant.
I just said that it's a gift from the Mother Spirit, Frile. I bet Antarctica is filled with all kinds of secrets about this little stone.
The harvest bounty mankind's blessing be. We children blind from mazes must be free.
I'll find the stratum Aja never found.
Entering the ice zone. Grab your telescopes, explorers.
I'll explore the Eris Acha never explored.
The sextant was right. As long as we stick to this direction.
I'll reveal the secrets Acha never revealed. Here. It's a Neptune bar. My favorite. It'll keep you warm a little longer.
I keep thinking, and I'm trying to think here. It all points to this little stone here. If they call it a gift from this mother spirit, doesn't that mean you have to have this stone with you in order for you to survive the ritual in that gate? Sure, I think the ritual on the gate is coming two ways. A great reformation or being remade into something else. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I did try Nautica's, I guess you could say, testing character, I guess, in her second form, or her third, what was it called, insight, her second costume. She went from two-legged to four-legged, and I think, at this moment, she might retain her reformed form.
I've never shown you this little piece of rock. Have I, Matu?
I don't know. I'm just assuming here, guys.
Kot, Ase, Flile, and I, we studied it over and over. We know it like we know the back of our hands. When you came to me, I thought that maybe I would finally understand this rock and the blank era behind it. You gave me hope. You gave me purpose. And you gave me the courage to face every obstacle. You were there every step of the way, whispering in my ear, like a friend. Like you were the voice of the Mother Spirit herself guiding me to where I needed to be. But now we must part ways. This expedition has been like nothing I've ever done before. It's tested me and you to our limits, so I understand. You have every right to go your own way. Okay. Time for a proper goodbye. Thank you, Matu. My little earworm. Thank you for coming to me in this beautiful, terrifying place. Goodbye now. Even if you were never real, just like the Mother Spirit.
Miss Amundsen? Miss Amundsen! What do we do? She's not responding. It's like she's in some kind of trance.
I already gave her all of our candies. Maybe a calming spell will snap her out of it.
What's everybody doing here?
Nautica! Oh, thank goodness. You were caught in a trance. You weren't responding at all.
What's happened?
The gate's closed. We're trying to figure out how to get past it without resorting to that.
Miss Radio is currently trying to reach Mr. Ulrich, so we can come up with a plan of action.
Naga's vision sharpens as clarity returns to her. Her sight finds focus on the closed gate as thoughts trickle back to her mind.
Lava tubes. Every volcano has them. They're pathways made by flowing lava that lead to the heart of the volcano. If we find one, we might be able to get to the sanctuary through it.
Not very likely.
No longer able to support herself, Miss Stranger slumps against the face of the gate.
The entire volcano is under Manus Vindictae's control. And Animus has eyes on every possible route. Trust me, there's no way of getting in without her noticing. Not even a squirrel could slip past her.
With a flick of her fan, she lets her vision rest on the gate once more.
Let's get moving up the mountain. We may still find a lava tube that they overlooked, or at least we'll have a better signal to get in contact with Mr. Ulrich.
Sinnoh nods and steps forward, lifting the weakened woman to her feet.
Nautica, time to go.
Nautica gives a nod and fastens the pendant around her neck. With a heavy thud, her backpack drops to the ground. After a short and purposeful rummaging, she produces a safety helmet and a pair of goggles. A geological hammer, a steel-pointed chisel now weigh in her grip too.
All right, let's do this.
She lifts her eyes and takes a step forward, then another, and another. The others follow, heading out of the plaza. Then she stops, casting one last look at her companions. Nautica raises her hand. Her hammer shakes with pride. Then she kisses the pendant around her neck. Just as abruptly, she turns back. Her snow boots grind into the snow, carving a deep footprint in the opposite direction.
Vertin, Sonetto, Miss Radio, goodbye.
She dashes away, straight toward the sanctuary's gate. Her sprinting strides grow faster and faster. Yeah, she knows what to do. She's probably going to use herself. As she discovers a soaring power within her, one ready to erupt into action.
Miss Amundsen, where are you going?
Her friends swivel, moving to catch her. Yet no one could hope to outrun this determined explorer.
I'm sorry. I lied. The lava tubes don't always lead to the heart of the volcano.
She needed time.
But you'll find your way in. You will because you must. And I also must find my own path, in my own way.
She's one step from the gate.
Nautica! My friends, my teammates, I'm going away. But you keep moving, okay? Don't wait for me.
No, Nautica, come back.
The pendant swings forward with her movement, cutting a decisive arc through the air. She leaps up, fixing her eyes ahead.
What's inside this ambergris, Aja? A new area for research? A message from the Mother Spirit? Or just an ordinary mix of minerals? The mountains and plains beneath the snow and ice. They're so very large and old. We're just so tiny and young compared to them, you know?
Why is the music going so like this when she's about to become another one of those things? Algae.
I think some secrets will always stay that way. Secrets.
But considering her second,
no matter how much we explore.
But considering what she looks like on her second insight, she might survive this. Nautica lowers her eyes. She smiles in the frozen light.
But still, if I get closer, look harder, maybe I'll see just a little bit more.
She lifts her eyes again. A deep and utter silence pulses in the air before her.
Aja, I see it now. It was the unknown that I was chasing, not answers.
Another potential great thumbnail. I like this one better.
It was the beautiful, glorious unknown.
One heartbeat. The world stands renewed. None among them even manages to catch the hem of her garment as it lifts in the wind.
Don't!
Silence returns, as if sound itself has drained away into a hidden funnel. No wind, the lava lies still, the sun holds its place in the polar sky. The gate. Opens. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Yeah. Horde. Very horde. Okay, then we got another one finding here. And the voice comes back. a debate on religion.
All right. Moment of silence over. Oh, I'm not a believer. Not an atheist either. But I do respect her sacrifice, even if it was stupid and meaningless. But, as I said before, there's no greater proof of loyalty than to follow a fool. At least she died for a cause. Her family legacy. Her spirit of exploration. Even that children's fairy tale. She was stupid, but she was faithful.
You're cold-blooded, but he is a soldier. It happened so fast.
Are you expecting a warning first? I thought you'd know better after what you've been through. Sorry, but you won't hear any praise from me for a sentimental commander. If I were your superior, I'd tell you to rip out your own heart and let others see what sentiment leads to. Join her now, while the gate is still open, or she'll leave you behind for good.
Yeah, I could pick a different answer, but I don't know about that, man. I really don't know about that, man. Alright. Ooh, I saw Sophia there. Yeah. A fast glimpse, but I did see her. The way he came, not having marked return, was difficult by human steps untrod. And yet, as he still was led, but with such thoughts, accompanying of things of past and to come, lodged in his breast as well might recommend. Such solitude before choicest society, by John Milton, Paradise Regained. Is that really true? I really gotta look it up here. Hold on a second. Another lavitude. In a place as silent as a tomb, even the slightest motion could feel like a crashing wave.
The gate has opened once again.
Then it's time you made good on your word, preacher.
Oh hell, it's Igor. The preacher withdraws her gaze from the distance. Fingers hang over the idol at her chest as she turns.
The stage is set. Apostle Animus is ready to preside over the ritual, but the mist has only just begun to rise, Admiral. The Foundation's fleet is still threatening our coastline. I'd expected you to be busying yourself with wartime affairs.
The Admiral stands in the shadow, his eyes blazing. By the way, while I was just going through this, I actually took a quick look in Google and decided to type in Paradise Regained. It is a book, an epic poem. I had to look it up, and honestly, it looks good. It actually looks good. Alright.
I am exactly where I must be. You know the reason. My men have fought from the tropics to the tundra in service of our pact. They have endured enough. It ends today.
That is a cost you should have anticipated when you entered the pact.
Anticipation is not the same as endurance.
He remains still.
Now the final piece has fallen into place, and we have done all they asked of us. It's time that you fulfilled your promise. The boon for my army.
The preacher studies him, as if weighing his contribution. After a moment, she nods.
Very well. As we agreed. An army for a boon.
Flamo Fulita.
The moment her fingers touch the box's surface, arcane energy vanishes into the void, leaving not a single mark behind.
If only we had claimed it sooner. If only we had held it in our hands in 1999.
The preacher shakes her head, then presses her hand against the box.
Fruit is not yet ripened, Admiral. To pluck it too soon is to bring ruin. The boon will grant precisely what you asked, but not without a price. Take heed of my words. Some doors are better left unopened.
She shifts her vision up to the Admiral's chest, where his silver insignia glints under the cold sun. Awarded for surviving multiple storms, it remains polished like new.
I trust you laid down your past when you chose to stand with us.
My path is set, preacher.
Then do not stray, Admiral.
The Admiral brushes her hand aside, tucking the boon into his coat. He leaves the frozen den without so much as a backward glance. The communicator crackles to life.
Admiral.
The pact is concluded.
Understood. What are your orders?
Proceed to the next stage.
Yes, sir.
What is going on, though? The one on the other end of the line breathes evenly.
But may I first request permission to attend to a personal matter?
A personal matter.
He lets out a soft chuckle.
Permission granted. Do as you see fit.
Thank you, Father.
The call ends. The Admiral looks down, rubbing his calloused palm, every bump and scab familiar. As familiar as each of his children. Moldir takes a deep breath, the icy air forcing every fiber of her body awake.
Standby is lifted. We are clear to proceed. Sergeant White Gloves?
Lieutenant, did you just...
The sergeant watches his superior. The gleam in her eyes holds the same unyielding resolve that once belonged to her father.
You heard me. Eliminate the Manus spies. Prepare for immediate evacuation.
I knew it was too good to be true. Like, why did we even get her as a playable character? I thought she was going to betray the Admiral. Honestly, now my mind's boggled.
Comms. Block all intercepting Manus signals and get Telemay on the line. Where is Captain Danilov?
Here, Lieutenant. And I have good news. Your arcane skill did the trick. The helicopter is now fully operational.
Very good, Captain.
I gotta clear the screen. Returning the captain's salute, Moldir marches through the snow toward the helicopter.
This is the path we have chosen. There will be no strain from it. Time to find out whether we are the idiots or the ones to leave victorious.
So, a double cross. Triple agents? I don't know. What the f is going on? The black lava wall looms, its ancient terror undisguised. The tunnel is as quiet as a tomb. Even a dropping pin would send waves of echoes between the walls. The unwanted visitors lower their voices.
Timekeeper, Miss Stranger and Miss Radio have settled down in the suitcase.
Thank you, Sonetto. It's the safest place for them to stay, now that we're getting deeper into the volcano.
She snaps the clasp shut and picks up the suitcase. She forces herself forward, away from the terrifying gate at her back.
The sanctuary is just ahead. Manus Vindicte should be holding the ritual there, should the worst happen. You know what to do.
Yes, Timekeeper. Oh, and I'd like you to have this.
The map. The crumpled, hand-drawn map bears deep red markings, old records now interlaced with fresh annotations. This map, soaked with Nautica's sweat and tears, has at last found the promised land, but in a way no one had ever hoped. She takes the map without a word, her unspoken feelings driving her every step. The oppressive silence makes every scattered brush of boot on stone unbearably loud. Someone's pace quickens until a loose stone trips her.
Careful, Sonetto. Are you alright?
Yes, help the girlfriend.
Are you... shaking?
Don't mind me, Timekeeper. It must be the cold air.
She straightens her body, though her arm remains stiff and held at an unnatural angle.
Even the warming incantation is failing.
She pauses. A wavering hint of pain creeps into her voice.
Is this how Miss Almondson felt when she passed through the gate?
Sonetto.
She was so brave. Braver than I could ever be. I wish I had the same courage to pursue what I want. Sorry, Timekeeper. This isn't the time. Let's move on. There's still much to be done.
With a deep breath, Sonetto suppresses the shaking in her words.
We must turn our eyes to the supreme mission alone.
Muttering to herself, she takes another step forward.
The ritual must be stopped. Shall we go, Timekeeper?
Yes.
The sound of hurried footsteps rises again. This time, it's met with an echo from the far end of the tunnel. Footsteps come to a sudden stop, the ring of metallic ornaments lingering in the air. Of course.
Miss Sophia!
The air hangs stagnant in the dark space, yet the preacher's shadow dances wildly over the stone walls.
Sonetto.
Oh, she's ready to fight. Sonetto exchanges a glance with her, then nods, arcane energy coalescing at the tip of her glass fetter. If that's how I pronounce it. The preacher tightens her grip on the idol, and radiance surges forth from it.
Viorthothitos Falma.
I'm trying to click. I guess we're fighting her. Ooh. Well, I guess we better find using her. Alright, I think it's time for a chance for Ulrich to step in.
Guidance from the astrolabe.
To step in, I
my
believe.
guest. Just don't go.
Alright.
Where is that butterhog hiding?
Yeah, might as well. Alright, to be the preacher. Okay.
How should I
simulate those 4 sailors?
A message from the stars. Who charts the stars'
Cersei
orbits?
taught me this one.
I think she's barely fighting.
Targets were
I'm assuming.
confirmed. A 4th.
Ooh.
Barrage.
That was too easy.
The way forward requires a determined heart.
I feel like that was too easy. Maybe too easy.
Now, Sonetto.
Smoke bomb?
What?
A haze of pink and purple smoke billows out. When the dust settles, only a hat remains.
Run!
Sonetto springs into action, but another wave of dense mist rolls out from the tunnel, cutting her off.
This mist. It's not from the misty bubble ball.
Odorless, thin, yet oppressive and omnipresent, like the fog over the lake trying to turn the spinning wheel.
Stay where you are.
Through the mist, Sonetto jerks to an abrupt halt.
It looks just like the mist that hangs over the lake in the suitcase. You collapsed in it once, remember? You cannot escape.
The black mucus surges forward again, chasing after those attempting to flee.
Regna sereno intenso ad infinitum.
The arcane skill intercepts the creeping black. Sonetto steps in front of the preacher, her glass fetter gripped tight.
It seems this is the farthest I go. Timekeeper, go on without me. I'll hold her off.
A final glance is exchanged before she disappears into the thickening mist.
If you want to stop the Timekeeper, Miss Sophia, you'll have to get past me first. You once said that you'd draw steel the next we meet. Well, now's your chance. Make your move.
Duel. Ah! My eyes. The glow of arcane skills collides and flickers out in midair, over and over.
Miss Sophia, to this day, I struggle to understand why you chose to stand against us. Why did you turn your back on everything? On everyone you loved, and who loved you?
You've changed, grown too fond of your own voice, and paid too little attention to what's happening around you. Are you sure this is where you want to be?
What do you mean?
The preacher fixes her gaze on the tunnel's far end.
As we speak, the Timekeeper is leaving your watch. Would the Foundation agree to this course of action? Shouldn't you be keeping your eyes on her, rather than wasting your words on me?
I trust the timekeeper will fulfill her duty. As for me, I will clear the dust off the path.
I'm gonna look away before it flashes white again. There we go. Every attacking gleam is caught and devoured by the viscous liquid surrounding the preacher. Yet Zanetto keeps scribbling with her glass fetter in the emitter. Ooh.
I have the same question for you, Miss Sophia. Is this where you want to be? I saw how you fought on the island. Your arcane skills aren't at all like the ones you used back then. You've changed too. Something new has taken root and choked your old faith out from you.
A single streak of light finally breaks through, severing crimson strands at the preacher's temple.
We must be close to the ritual site for you to show up. Which means Dr. Doris is close by, doesn't it?
Sophia steps forward to meet those silent, resolute, unyielding eyes, as the surging black mucus solidifies into an impenetrable wall again.
Miss Doris came to us, led by nothing but her own purpose. But what of you, Zanetto?
The preacher raises a hand. The little idol sways gently against her chest.
What's your purpose in all this?
Her grip tightens around her glass fetter, just as she has done countless times before. She raises it into the air. I'm gonna look away again. Oh, no flash? No white flash? Okay. Did she lose? I'm not too sure. Okay. I'm not sure what to do here, guys. I feel like I should stop here, but before I do, there's like a lot more to explore here and there to see what they have here. So, let's see. Trikolov conducted an initial test firing from 22 kilometers, scoring a direct hit on the coastal ice shelf. 4 minutes later, a second salvo was conducted firing data adjustment. 4 minutes later, a third salvo was conducted complete firing calibration. Commencing attack. Magnus activated self-navigating mines. Confirmed water. Confirmed. Okay. I guess it's just operate little thing that has taken place for battles, I believe. Tales of the Mother Spirit. The first tale. When he arrived in this world, the child received the Mother Spirit for his blessing. He stopped crying as a sunbeam fell on the pillow. Through his tears, he saw her gifts. Golden rays warming his hands, white cloths softly swaddling his body, and fresh air breezing into his lungs. A single life is all we are given. Thus the Mother Spirit taught the child to cherish. The third tale. The child gripped a bow, leaving deep footprints in the snow. It was his day to hunt. But this land hadn't seen any trace of birds or squirrels for ages. The long-absent spring was growing fainter with every passing year, like a distant myth. Finally, the child took down a doe just before sunset, closing those watery eyes glowing with innocence, his ruby hands shakily splitting the flesh. He recognized that this was the Mother Spirit's second blessing. Staring at the frozen, fragile branches, the child knew it was time to go south. The seventh tale. The sun fell into the moss-covered plains, its once eternal fire frozen by the ice. Fish drowned in the waters, sinking to the riverbeds where they transmuted into swords. Coffins creaked open. Shriveled fingers clawed at passerby seeking redemption. The child trudged across the land, his blood and cotton wool forming scabs over the surface of his skin. Let's see. His fingertips, first ravaged by chilblains, were then abraded by hoes and pickaxes. Only his vocal cords remain alive to pray to the Mother Spirit. Please rewrite the laws of this world. Please grant us a new spring. The ninth tale. The lost child received the Mother Spirit's third blessing. In the farthest south, the child passed through the Mother Spirit's body and knocked open the gate to her soul. A sense of warmth he hadn't felt for a long time enveloped him, making him her child once again. Cradled in the Mother Spirit's arms, he heard the last message. Many, many years later, when the earth was again dotted with trees and flowers, the child's children sat around the campfire begging for tales of the Mother Spirit. I embraced her, and she enlightened me. This was a great gift, he said. Her great gift. That gift is just being turned into algae. Alright, let's see if I missed anything before. Oh, there's another one here that I missed out on. So, a ghost story. Alright, ghost radio. So last night I picked up a really weird shortwave station. Was it a buzzer? Or a number station? Could just be interference. No, there was a woman's voice spelling letters, but it made no sense. MYDA, SEVA. She also said something quite creepy. Did you record it? I only got a few clips. Here, listen. Mike, Yankee, Delta, Alpha, static noise. Sierra Echo, Victor. Abandon. I'm the only one left. Am I really the only one? No, I can't give up. Can't give up. No. Static noise. Run away. Mike, Yankee, Delta. What? Buzzing the bug is in my ears. Buzz, bless, blasphemy. Be brought on the devil's wrath. This is blasphemy. Starve. I'm so hungry. Is this thing edible? I'm close to the static noise, and now. A frozen corpse, a broken skull. I must find Mother Spirit. Guide. Hotel Lima, Evil, Providence. The radio's not working. The radio. I need to throw it away. Mother Spirit, bless me. Okay, so I'm going to be stopping this video here on part 19. We did part 19, and boy, oh boy, it is getting more intense. And the reason why I have decided to end the video on this part in Nautica's story here, because I honestly was shocked the fact that she truly did the bravest thing, that she sacrificed herself to open the way for the timekeeper to try to stop this ritual. She felt a clarity, like she made a decision and she took it despite what will cost her, and fighting against Sophia. And yeah, we managed to get there in time, but I'm getting this utter dread that a very bad thing will happen. Like, what is the true meaning of this ritual? What are the menaces going to be doing, and how are they? What is the purpose of it? You know, what's the true purpose of it? And I guess we'll find out in the new video. So I'm gonna end it here. So I will say thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like or dislike. And if you want to support my channel, just click the subscribe button if you really enjoyed my content. And if you want to check out my other videos, just go to my YouTube channel, check them all out. And if you enjoyed those videos, leave a like, comments, if you have anything to say about all of them. And if you want to, click the bell as well. And click the like button if you want to hype up my videos to help the algorithm more. Yeah, I'm honestly cannot wait, and we are very close to the end of the chapter, and I know for sure. So I'm already getting dangerous amount of anticipation, and it's shivering on my spine, and it's tingling. I don't know. I just can't wait for it. In fact, I think after this little outro here, I'm gonna make another video, and I'll continue on from after this one. So again, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the new video. So peace out, and have an awesome weekend or weekday. Bye.